Last year, I made 2 videos with similar topics, one concerning Berserk and the other concerning Hunter x Hunter and the dilemma of their hiatuses. Fast forward a year later, and Berserk has made some progression, not that much, but it has moved forward all the same, which is more than what can be said about Hunter x Hunter. I tried to be as optimistic as I could, but guys, it's time to be real. As it currently stands, Hunter x Hunter is not ending, and even if it does, it's not going to be on good terms. This isn't a fact, I can certainly be proven wrong, but it is a belief I now hold for various reasons, which I'll get into. I figured with Togashi taking hiatuses no longer than 2 years, we would see something from this damn series this year. However, it has been over 2 years and chapter 391 still ain't dropped, and I have no fucking clue when it will. So as time flies by, my hope in this series wanes. Since this has been the 3rd hiatus I've been a part of, I used to think that Togashi followed a pattern. Now though, I come to terms with him being as fickle as the weather. He has Shonen Jump on the stream, as Hunter x Hunter won't be in any danger to be cancelled or anything like that, so he is allowed to be as whimsical as he wants. Whenever Togashi decides, fuck it, let me feed these peasants some crumbs to pay my rent, some people watching this video may eat it up. They might actually flash the most genuine white smile and fits their mouth to say, "Sugoi, sugoi, arigato Togashi sensei, please give us another chapter, please don't go on break so soon, please at least drop a volume, please can we see Leorio actually be a character?" And you know what? Y'all motherfuckers make me sick. We have let this go on too long. We have permitted Togashi to spit in our face and claim it was rain, creating excuse after excuse for him as if we're on an assembly line working a 9 to 5. When people, when does it end? We know he has had health problems in the past. I'm not saying it's something that doesn't plague him to this day, but knowing this doesn't change a damn thing. This situation has the potential to get much worse before it gets better. Togashi is 54 and counting, with health problems that persisted during Yu Yu Hakusho's run that eventually led to his not so talked about abrupt ending. I don't wish for this to happen, of course, but the same fate might await Hunter x Hunter. The current arc we're on, which is the Succession War, has so much promise, but it's going to take at least 3 volumes in my estimation to conclude. Making it worse, this arc is actually prepped for an even bigger arc that has been hyped up to all hell, which is the Dark Continent arc. If you thought 3 volumes was a lot, just imagine waiting for at least 10 volumes at this current pace. And trust me, I'm being generous with these estimations. Togashi cannot keep going at this pace if he hopes to finish Hunter x Hunter realistically, because his window of time is short. Hunter x Hunter started in March of 1998, running for 20 plus years. In that time frame, Togashi's contemporaries have started their series and actually ended them. Kishimoto finished Naruto, crashed and burned with Samurai 8, and although he's not the mangaka, Boruto is gaining a little traction while Hunter x Hunter is forced to sit and watch like that Squidward meme. Kubo finished Bleach, or Shueisha finished him, came back to Shonen Jump, wrote Mid Incarnate, also known as Burn the Witch, and completed it. Oda, although One Piece isn't done, as I'm recording this video, is about to get in the 4 digits of his chapter number in his manga, and is only about a year older than Hunter x Hunter. What I'm saying is, people, there is cause to panic. So, what do we do from here? As I said, if nothing changes with Togashi and things stay as they are, I do not believe Hunter x Hunter will see a good ending or an ending at all. I want to address one suggestion people have brought up for a long time. Why the fuck doesn't Togashi get an artist to draw for him? I'm sure if you've been in the anime community for even just a little, you've heard a similar statement. People have been proposing that Togashi should simply lighten the burden on his back, metaphorically and literally, by hiring an artist to draw Hunter x Hunter. This is also in part because a lot of people believe that Togashi is a bad artist, which I disagree with, but nonetheless, I think the original topic is an interesting one. There are a couple of examples where the mangaka and artist combo has worked out for the best, like Nico Tanigawa with Watamote, Kayu Shirai and Posca Dimizu with The Promised Neverland, and probably the most notorious, One Sensei and Yusuke Murata with One Punch Man. Even though I have limited experience with tandems such as these, I typically do not see those series having issues with the mangaka's health or breaks being frequent. Maybe it's a coincidence, I don't know for sure, but the point is, an artist might help Togashi finish Hunter x Hunter, so why not do it? Well, allow me to talk from a content creator's perspective. If Togashi doesn't want to go the route of hiring an artist, I understand it, because from my vantage point, it's a pride thing. And before I even start, because I know how niggas are and how they might interpret things, in no way am I comparing doing YouTube to writing critically acclaimed manga. What I'm about to say is just me acknowledging the aspect of pride possibly playing a factor with Togashi having an aversion to adding on an artist. My YouTube videos are my creations. I write, edit, do the thumbnails, everything by myself. I'm fully aware that if I hire an editor or someone to do my thumbnails or even a writer, my videos will rise in quality, but I prefer to be in total control of everything I do with YouTube. I have way too much pride to let someone even think that they had a hand in what I do, and maybe Togashi is the same way. Of course, mangakas have editors as well as assistants, but that's just the nature of the job. It's damn near impossible to put out chapters weekly without help in those positions, so that part is out of Togashi's reach, but his art might be something he refuses to relinquish. He's been writing and drawing for well over 3 decades. It's hard to switch gears at that point and let someone else co-pilot the series you've been with for so long. This, of course, is just me throwing out possibilities. Perhaps Togashi doesn't feel this way at all, but if he did, again, I get it. Honestly though, what matters at the end of the day is whether or not Togashi would hire an artist, and considering he's an old and well-accomplished mangaka with no significant pressure from Shueisha to keep writing chapters every week, month, or year, I doubt he will change his ways now. I think the last place I want to go to is raising the question of how will Hunter x Hunter's ending or lack thereof affect the series as a whole. For me personally, if Hunter x Hunter does not have an ending, especially at its current point, I would view it very differently than I view it right now, as I'm a person that puts a lot of stock in how you finish. There would be a lot to be desired if things were to end at chapter 390. We still need to see a prince crown the victor,
Kurapika having a conversation with the 4th prince, the Phantom Troops hunt for Hisoka, Leorio doing something.
This spot is just not a good ending place. Now, if Hunter x Hunter ended at where the anime left off, I'd feel much better. While there would still be loose ends like Kurapika finding the Scarlet Eyes, in my opinion, plotlines like that being open-ended wouldn't be bad at all. Gon achieved his goal of finding his father, Killua found his purpose, Leorio was working towards becoming a doctor, and while Kurapika didn't have all the Scarlet Eyes, he was doing a damn good job of collecting. However, what Togashi did was expand the world of Hunter x Hunter, not just with the Dark Continent, but with other countries like Hakken becoming relevant in the story. Because of this, Togashi has too much to wrap up if he wants to conclude Hunter x Hunter on a good note. He may have bit off more than he could chew, but that remains to be seen. For all I know, chapter 391 could drop months, maybe even weeks from now, and Togashi could get cooking by putting a string of chapters together. The problem is, we shouldn't expect consistency for Togashi because that has not been the norm. Hunter x Hunter is in danger of having its plot fall into purgatory. It's great enough to give it its flowers and recognize its potential, but in the same breath, it could end up incomplete, never being able to rest comfortably with all of the great shonen manga. I don't want to be a cynical Hunter x Hunter fan, but guys, we must see the writing on the wall. Hunter x Hunter is on life support, and soon we may have to pull the plug on it in our hearts.
Tasting your soul, you're not in control, just giving you goals. Scared of your past, the future is closed. The start is the end is a start. They both are the same, can't tell them apart. Nigga, that's cuz the intro was the outro.